Omade shema mu nyina ha UTV asuni omemu nsem ne amahodo so dia wosemufo ason so eno ene na wie Midday ebe so mo kasebo ekwan so na mekai mo se matade a ehemi se ya ofede a mepacho Lawrence Beauty Hub wo mo ena ahye matade wo mo wo Tantra Hill adjacent Goy filling station obetumi from 0244 0247 453306 0247 453306 na omo apambi ede amount so eda cute cat ewa beka junction adjacent Ecobank omo ena ayemiti one number is 0246 897589 omo ebeye bia ma na ho ayefe na wa ho fe no awiemu de this way chocolate drink dey here eyensu chempacho yenya yekoko ni asone so ene ye de aye ya pebi na no nom na aboawo na onipadua no enya hoden kama sana special ice mineral water any special drinks eno abaku bia me nom ye na de pa special drinks no ye say tangerine na de pa mpacho ya na wa pebi anom na aboa na wapomode ho nsem esiso de kase mu akotene bi ene se abantie bi a ebeto odwa se na waso posi ni mu ehom ne so ema posi ni kurehu abeg no aposifo ensa akan eno enanchen ashama sojani a yekun ne yaya no yesi nipa ni bi a ye fra won se suspect yesusu se woka ensamonidie ne ho court ahye ama yeja wonom Sasusu na NDC amanyoko no wa hafomantamu de atodwa se won party baby a wo pre chairmanship dibia no yade a card ya waye no wa forgere enti eno ho asem waye press conference ye de mu nsem ebeso mo ene awiei amma sapon kuma jesi me na me de kase no esom mo afi yankɔhwe ensem no ankasa Yesha ensem no ankasa dia na yede yani echiremu ewo ashaman na sede ye nyina yenim no sojani bi ekodi dwuma ewo ashaman ma adonfuyefo ekuni yaya ye chire suspect enan wo mo yesusu se wo ho bon asem ni mudie na eno na court atenase ejai sa suspect yasanya nte yesi yeja wo mo a yasan achi wo mo na yenua be madam so abiam ewa ahomane so a obetumi a kire yemu se ye den na court a hye se nkofo yenya wonom ne yasan achi wo mu be madam so pada mama han apom te sen
na ko pa daro
ensam ne mu na ho papa wada o ma kire yemu
yo ama mi woni ma be ko ni Nigeria atete nsem ni mu dire ya report di ya report ni pa di ya na abdan sekeli mulu an oyo brand na duane na obi na obesre winya ewa sama na ni pebi kwa de kwenwa na dobre ma o mono e won se mono a na ni tutu prepare a amon seki court na e fa ewo na be thematic match no so ekita effect na asama seki court ni na seki temu enipa nan a na wono eka enipa ndu ehun ema wono enya na to se mikremu a enipa mienu samo tete a ibi a wotade pe no ye wiper na afei ni a wokane ho abubaka sabeka wotade no bedman bomu ni no die entansa ne tete wono mo a na mo to mo awudi na nkaka bae ye mo nipa nan a ko ja sa bantie ne mobile phone wo mu di mu dwa no na wono mo egina asama seki court keke wono mu atokro no de nti emra no ene wono kenkan na wati mienu entemu ni yebo ya repo amane se yabe a protocol se wo mu de itemu enye maje ti won gaga eta tro mo te wo mu ne ha anya sa ene se wo mu sa be hia obeti na ye ene wono be tiemu e wa sama court no papa wono ejina mu titaje wo mu eye lawyer Ala Hassan Pakao esowita na so eno se wo di ni na watwe mienu entemu ni die amra do a omo ni nyina no wono mu awie enti ehwehwu bi a wo bia na se ni betinya koso na bela wo pama ne nkofo no wono mu taka eno na state prosecutor ura the best asari soldier na so no say my lord en kansa ye dia gbo nipa na yi nyina no wadama yejemu ye nkwaso bi ye ne dia asem ne baaye enya dia ye nkwaso bi enti otemuafo ana Simon Gaga efa na ba de hwe efro so te Sanya a year for the go for a canon, I don't say any what ya or what ya, and you're not with giant Sunday, ya. One of us will not give up on the movie for. And no, and almost 50 upon now for the cat, you want it. I want to assign a form of pension, and they want to move a car. One on Sunday, one on my papa, I want Tema, Mr. Police Headquarters now. And she understands. And so one woman that people bra, one of the airport, one Sunday, one of my baby's not for. Now, and Ra, and after a quick room, would be candy for one, as one machine, no sign, and stand on what you request to pop or my time, will be number and a number of men, the pop down one. Approach before a sign, a key one, a taxi on the one of Tessa. And see, I need come you know, I would be Branuno, one would do my big enough cost, so would say, would you like a no, so yes, I'm more tete. And I'll say, Sadik cannot be a idea on one some young kind, I was the magistrate court one on. They will be fun like that. One more count one would be the Abu and they are that Jano. And then Omuba Port support Jar Omuna, Omuki Yafri for assign Achi Omu Edu. Not to say, I'm a Ubutaya, ya a quarter, Tema, a Saman, Petit Portano, a Muhammad Bo.
Bema Abiam down so ya that's papa a ye won semin chimu. Ebusian for ya to also dia na Volta River Authority ya VRA dia to eja ese ewo ho kwan a wo pepa se obefa kwanu asan foforo so na hoden ne ema ye nkania no enkoye se ba bi ba akopɛ ene wo mudi nya firi ne mom obetwetwe afiri miamia bebre na boa ama nkania ho nsɛm atumi agina so wode nsɛm wo etuja ebra na wodi wo mfie aduosia mienu afinhyiana
River Authority adwumayko no when official there toso adusam mienu wo behye ho fa ni sai so nti empinifo da adwumayko ya no when wona wo kan bi wo madie hye to adwen akona sa hodo obefa so Volta River Authority ondwumadi a wodie da so magana so mpa no eno so betima fa no ntoma pa edi afira na mpinifo ya ne sanya nkopon ya doma ochena wode dwumadi bi behye so apoto kasam no edin wode atoso ni Creativity and Innovation Day ewo enkran dwumadi ya se no na kwankyerefo penyina Woda Volta River Authority ano owura antwida kwai kase chire mu a emra so se Volta River Authority won so fa konesa hodo so a wode beboa no wonya nyina monkane a ekama eda som Ghana sompa na enkonkoba se wondwumadie mu ne husie kumo ebeko wiema ko se wiemu bobre ase asase na afi kwae mpo no atimi atoto nase o chire mu a aban ne suade hu no se hwie be 2030 dwumadie yedi na hodo mu ema wiemu bobre esesa no aban betusu sa no Volta River Authority adwumayko no mpeni fonso chire mu a wonso water bench pa.
The energy sector, yes, we anticipate a lot of disruptions. Our structure or our market or our sector is not as market oriented as elsewhere. Elsewhere, because it's very market oriented, they are disrupted all along the value chain. Somebody will just create a niche market just somewhere along the value chain, and then you are gone. But from a VRA perspective, what I see happening is that this whole idea of transition energy is going to offer opportunities for disruptors to in quotes, attack us. And we've got to be very wary of it. Okay. I don't want to mention particular institutions. Most of our institutions want a bundle of green energy. And they've been our customers for almost 60 years. Yes. Long-standing customers. That's where we make our revenue.
Na dwumadi ase no empenfo bia besi wona dwumayko ahodo anamo ebi etise Gihog Pharmaceuticals Limited Absa Bank ena mpenfo nkae bi nso kasa ye chire mu a Creativity and Innovation Day dwumadi Volta River Authority mpenfo de behye so no otawo na chipa.
Luckily for us, we've invested in IT. We invested heavily in IT. So we have to leverage our IT infrastructure and use the analytical tools to improve our operation. So digitalization is important to us. That's why we formed the DTI. We all know about it. So that to be the hub where our whole digitalization process and our innovation and ideation, etc. would start. So that's very important. We need a very good technology platform and great analytical skills. But innovation, you cannot do that in a vacuum. So when you innovate, what we have to ensure is that it creates value and it adds value to our business. So we don't innovate for innovation's sake. And so we have to be able to channel our resources and our minds to an innovation paradigm that adds value to us. So that's our second imperative.
This organization has been doing well already, and from an external lens, it's a great organization. And so as you embark on a culture of change, you must remember that there are some strengths that you must preserve. There are some ways of working that are great. However, like anywhere else, there are also some challenging ways of work that all of you wish had stopped. And those have to be tackled head on. Yeah. So that we would have that free environment where the culture of change and innovation will become the norm.
NDC amanyo kuono nefe wa ahafo mantamu one my press conference e dia fa aspirant baako e awa forge membership card a kodi be pretumi e wo party no emu eho
committee members and appeal committee members are lawyers team they provide say obi and lodge complain say asumasi ade me ya e say there party ni there nipa ofa na yimi eye en e wo ho so no interest say obe follow na enye ono na de man no obe follow ataking on there ye ntimi nsim kwa na emom party ni enye na bi ne say ye college complain bia e de atia obi say wa ye wa forge obi signature na say wa forge go die card ye na ho e betu anamo a ye no be call mo ncha ye no be kasa na ejidi say said that NDC ACT na ye say abo aponchi ntokwa ye pagane kase ane ya pem ne kitu nti ye be call mo nchen ene o ma kasa na me jidi say ye call mo nchen so a ye kasa o mbeti ase na yi na aka do ye timi ACT afi
Yada soa ejina Buno Mantamu na Buno East regional organizer na ebdema NDC amanyoko no de atudwa se wo mu boabo mu ho ayo mu famu die bia se owura John Dramani Mahama wo bedi enkunim wo mu primaries ya wo mu bekwa akoto abanim na aboa ama watumi agina simpie so agitumi de ama NDC amanyoko no afimpim yenu ene adunu nan abato a Ghana ebekwa akoto ni
Ghana for esu omusu omoni eda NDC so ya omoni da John Dramani Mahama enso enti se wutie sa call no a eba ni nyina na wo se ye sori ahoden so ne ye ne te se communal labor enu nti na mafa to me ho so ahoden so se kwan bia so ye be ebo nkrofo ye ne ya manfo no ana ye party for no be kasa na ye nya sa 99.999% no de ama Ira John Dramani Mahama enti ye ni bresem ye bo ento aboyi ma John Dramani Mahama ye kai branches no se adechia omudura e wo se ye ko endorse no e wo Bunu East ha ye ko emze wo hunu the enthusiasm a omodeje na ye cheche omo kwan a ye be fa so ato aba no se order number 1 no eno ho adwuma ne ye na wo hwe ye track record as organizer me first time no ye adwuma ho den so me 11 constituencies no ye wie na no abato no na ye nya emu 10 constituencies for John Dramani Mahama na ye MP so no ye nya baako 9 ya eno so na yara na MPP for the etuye den eje baako and we are not going to relax ye be ye adwuma dene said ye wahunu se oba ya ena me no ko branches a ye ne omo edinsa wo so no sa pepepe ne ye ne constituencies no e kan bom na ye de akọ branches ne ye adwuma till the last day ye be hunu se ye region no 11 constituencies ni nyina ya winning ni nyina hoden so e de ama John Dramani Mahama
Dramani Mahama no o experience ya wayi bi pen ye ginutum ye constituency ya ginutum odi animu a e bedi nkunim ofusu ajare nso o experience ne modern na ho brase no kire se ye ne sa kwa obeboa yen ndi agi atum se sa nipa mienu wei ana ya tawo machi na edu makọ akụkụ kono edi nkunim 2024
yenim de waye yehu de waye yenim de wonani so a obetimi aboa Ghana man anu ntiri maye pese ye to aba e ma no
Ediko 2025 ye be sworn in as President of Republic of Ghana by percentage a we misisu say awro ha ye de be ma Mama 99.9 if you say betimi anya spoil vote ewo mu. Until 99.9 awroa o teachman of the eno na ye de be ma no
se maya bayo we masisui mepe enkan ko ma blabum na mepe daache ama mene me ma ne me nana mu nyina na me hwe bebre na metena sidin no me hu se papa John na betimi aba be boa me ama manisu ade hunu no abamu na me hwe nso ne boafo betimi aka ho because ba akofo oje ban ekọ esam minim se lawyer ofusu adware nso be ka ne ho a ebe boa ntina ya ye se ye nyina ye ka bom ne ya pushu omo e do omo akosoro ho na aboa ye
Rubber fidi a ye oman mu a ohia na aka ase enane enko na aka ho no yade e ha adwen nam so amatema empanyufo ye wo ho tema Industrial Lions Club ene Zoom Lion afetema Metro ene Education Directorate na kom ho abomu aye competition kese e de ama schools e won patam ho so obi amekye ne bobre rubber na de ne betumi de aye biem ya enane wira enwu ye monten so na ewi ase na tema Technical Institute omadimu enkunim
Zoom Lion ne Lion Club edibetu yenim say omo pe kwan a omo betumi recycle waste products ewo your environment mu na omo de call school bia mu nti eba atematek no yenyane nti ese ewo se ye di djuma fa plastics a eba no nti ye fa adwen se ewo se recycle your plastics no in such a way say back to your environment you nti ye decided say ye be plastic break out of your plastics no nti ye melt your plastics no and I dey ahwia kaka e fry na inya ye fence ye plastic breaks no we ejuma obia betumi aye even when plastics na ye be gadano ejuma e was say we employ enkofo emo beye and some are sorting dry plastics ni na nti we after school say unyanya ejuma bia ye na wo hwe say we free na obetumi aye bibi ne wonsa obetumi a try your plastic sandbricks you be reduce plastic waste your environment na de etosumi enu no so ebie ejuma kwan ama yen youth ni bi na eni ejuma ye no na eco industry ni muso a ebeboa government na etumpon ye
bringing together students we munyina to compete among themselves. It's not only competition inquiry is what we are looking at, but the idea of learning about waste management and knowing the impacts of some of these things to the environment, until you realize in the process, you also would learn the basic things of cleaning. Or share around immediately, they are now beginning to know the essence of using plastics and other recyclable products for other things. So in other words, it's a way of reaching out, which we have to congratulate Lions Club on, reaching out to the youth, because if we have to begin to sensitize the people or change or conscientize people about waste and how to manage waste and the way to treat waste now they are there, we realize that you need to start from the youth and the children.
Ya kwa asante mantamu yenu abema Samson Kenya meche ananso chef na waboyemu ene court akwa asetena ewo ababa ye frɛ no madwoa ye beto odwa na watwetwe mu ne se ne nkanchima oye posini aboni tuo tenten ensia amu atwa nananom wonse do na posifo no ansa aka wo mu nua posini ye de na court ene court sese ya sendie ne kosai Samson pacha my high na pomote se bemena
oh nyama na do
ye there radiase we ene asetena no court asetena no ko say ewo maadwo ansemi ho
yo me da say ene ye ko pie mo ewo Askoremampong district court eye his worship Wabin Kwansa ono ena ye charge oti adwam head of police prosecution and legal unit Asante region ACP lawyer Kofi Bragoji ono ena prosecute ye pray ema aye inspector Amechumesi Elias another AK Tycoon yedena ekojina adakam emra kojina adakam eno say omo ka kire ne say owura ka kire de wa begina ha ye be se akire wa de kwenti a court ɛde wo abɛgyina ha na polisifoɔ de wo abɛgyina court bi na mmom yɛwie a yɛmbusa wo sɛ asɛm no wodi bem anaasɛ wonni bem yɛnti a na ɔmoyɛ saa no magistrate court ɛbɔ hɔ no ɛni tumi koraa sɛ awudi sɛm ɔno wobɛtumi akyi na mmom deɛ yɛfrɛ no sɛ indictment no ɛno ɛna na ɔmoyɛ no ɛnnɛ da yi nti ɔmo ka kyerɛ no sɛ ɔmo kenkan yɛankasa ɛkasa mu a twi kasɛm sɛ yɛwada ɛtwaa mu no na anadwo bɛyɛ ɛkɔbɔ nɔnkron no wofa akwanbɔ ne so a wofrɛ awuraba bi a yɛfrɛ no Venus owusu boakye sɛ ɔnkɔgya wo wankasa wo mpena ɛyɛ Victoria Dapaa a dodoɔ anim sɛ yɛfrɛ no maadwoa no na ntama bi aba mo ntam nti monkɔ na wonkɔka bi monkɔ siesie asɛm no na wokɔduru hɔ nom nsiesie no wokɔpie mu no wo se wo sika bi akɔdi Victoria Dapaa hɔ sika no yɛ 5,000 Ghana cedis ɛno nti wogyina so ɛbɔ ne tuo a kyerɛ sɛ etuo no nya baako a ɛkyerɛ sɛ etuo no kekaa no aboba no kekaa no ne moma so ne koko ne yam ɛma wɔn de no kɔpie mu akɔmpa na teaching hospital no ɔyɛ nyame dea apolisifoɔ sɛ wɔn ɛwɔ hɔ ɛna owura bi ɛfɛ ne yima na yima yi ɛyɛ maadwoa yi enua panyin ɔno na maadwoa di n'akyi ɔno ɛna ti mpampan ɔyɛ complainant ɛwɔ saa asɛm yi ɛkɔpie mu original police command sɛ nipa bɔneni a yɛ owura yi ayɛ inspector amatwumasi abɔ minua baatu polisifoɔ etutu mmirika kɔpie mu ɛwɔ adum a ɛbɛn dufie towers anaasɛ adum a aborɔsɛn ɛwɔ a yɛafrɛ no dufie towers no wɔn duro yɛ yɛsi ɛde nipa no akɔpie mu ɔkɔmpa no teaching hospital na yɛde kɔ polisifoɔ kɔpie mu no medical doctor ɔhɛ no yɛ sɛ wei deɛ wayɛ nyame deɛ wɔwu nti ɛbaa saa no na wɔn rehwɛ police ɛyɛ inspector twemasi so ɔmɛkyerɛ odwane ɛkɔhyɛ baabi apolisifoɔ regional police command ɛna aka headquarters wɔn ka bom ɛyɛ sɛ beebi a wowɔ bi a yɛnkɔkyew mmra polisifoɔ ɛde ɔseɛ yɛ ɔno a ɔmkɔkyew baayɛ ɛno nti ɛna ɔmadoa bɛgyina a yɛbusaa no sɛ wode lawyer abaa na ɔka kyerɛɛ court no sɛ daabi ɔmo gyina wei deɛ ɔni lawyer ɛna ɔmo busaa ɛyɛ police prosecutor ACP Kofi Bragoji said fact of the case no one can say it here and also senior court no SCT mu kyerɛ no ne nti ɔmo de na bɛgyina court ɔsaa na tie ɔmo yɛ nhwehwɛmu ehu sɛ awuraba Venus owusu boakye ɛne ne kɔɔ hɔ nom senior ɔmo si kaayɛ no ɛkɔwie no ɔbɔ awuraba etuo na CCTV cameras ɛwɔ area hɔ nyinaa ɛkapture scene no wode political nhwehwɛmu ɔmo yɛ ne nyinaa ɔmo hu so ɔno a ɔdane na ɔgye polisifoɔ asaa sii so wɔ court sɛ ɛyɛ tuo no a ɔtoeɛ no ɛyɛ tuo a Ghana Police Service ɛde ama no so ɔmfa nyɛ adwuma obi a ɔyɛ member of the Ghana Police Service ɛwɔ SWAT unit regional command ɛno ɛna ɔdedii saa awuo no ɛno nti ɔmo kɔkyee ne bae na wɔka no open court atwe judge no aso aba no sɛ ti a yɛte court wei maadoa abusuafoɔ ɛwɔ court hɔ no na wɔsi so bia sɛ regional police command ɛna inspector general of police sɛ mmara no ɛne ne ni ne pɛpɛpɛpɛ ɛwɔ mu sɛ ɔyɛ polisi ni na sɛne mmara no kyerɛ sɛ wokum nipa a yɛmfa mfa so no saa pɛpɛpɛ na ɔmo nam so nti ɔsrɛ busuafoɔ sɛ obiara nka n'akoma nto ne yam na mmara no ɛne ne bɛdi ne pɛpɛɛpɛ owie na ɔtena ase ɛna charge no busaa na sɛ ɛwɔ busaa sɛ wodi fo anaasɛ wodi bem na mmom ebia na ɔwɔ asɛm bi ka wɔ open court ɔwɔ asɛm bi ka ɛna ɔwɔ so ne ti sɛ mewura mewɔ asɛm bi ka ɛna ɔmo sɛ ɛne yɛka asɛm korɛ charge no busaa no saa asɛm a wɔɔka no na yɛ nti Tomoka says, Uncle Sanse court, and not Obian Tibi, Judging Tibi, ya court or something. As well, kind of say, Mira or Children. My nephew, my young Genesis can be Kumadua. Nemum, ye see yeno, a yemi inspector, I'm a chumesi, enemy yummy, and tem accept. As some kind of open court. And so, Muriano, and I said, who shake a beam, and I said, I. And yes, and your court, police for a cuckoo. Police custody na nyame adma 30th May yen san fawo embegina court ntimi aba enne na wo behwe abusuafo mu charge o mu muni a wo mu esu e wo court as correct for this court na nya senkufa edu be bi na ye den kwan be no mefa no ayi no ade apie no police for yade e de o mu kan ni gyina baabi e kira amanfo hu se ebi ahana nka kwan we na kɔbɔde ne fa so no na police for de na fa ekwan kofo so na pa omo edilatory court we na court so court and anope
Yo, GM, you better papa, Pabuzan for Yenua Bema, Samson Kenya Miche, and a day as someone is seen now what you chair Mungo Kumasi Posinia, or born in Kanjima Truno, and I know this someone who are called to be son what they are children or senior men quan with me at the Emma Ebasa, into your call and some for Fromo. Now, National President at the Chartered Institute of Marketing Ghana, Yerak Daniel Kesa T. Edia 2 Ejasa was. One more ton eniema ton oman Ghana no wo nyema enya kono wo fa nyema nwurawuramu na atumi aboa ma Ghana nyini akoso.
Original brand is the sum total of all the perceptions of a region in the minds and hearts of its publics. These perceptions include the people, places, culture, language, history, food, fashion, famous personalities within these localities, etc. We expect our regional brands to be able to maintain a healthy balance between basic reassurance, vibrancy, adventure, youthful spirits, and excitement. For the new regions, it is understandable in branding to see some of them struggling. Being newly created, their problems may be partly because so few people have any direct experience of those regions, their people, products, and so spend very little time or attention to them. This is typically the case of a blank canvas in branding, a region about which most people have very few opinions. Going forward, Mr. Chairman, these regions need to consciously and deliberately put forward what they have to offer. They must identify their areas of strength and make it attractive for people to patronize them. To gain a better reputation, a regional brand must overtly and covertly communicate to its audience how good the region is. This is how to build a strong and resilient regional brand. Let me end by wishing each of the 16 regional brands the very best of luck. Being a marketing institute, our work starts right from here. We owe it as a responsibility to play the hand-holding role of giving the necessary guidance to each of our beloved regional brands as part of the brand strategy to building a formidable nation brand for Ghana.
Ghana is smaller than Nigeria, but we are currently the top destination for West Africa. Nigeria is fifth, despite the size, which means that if you decide to put in the marketing efforts, the marketing activities and strategies and all that, we would have a situation where smaller regions, newer regions would upstage older regions and bigger regions. You understand? And that is what we want to get out of there. We know that the Ministry of Tourism and Ministry of Local Government, Rural Development are doing quite a bit of work. Okay? So we are coming in from the Chartered Institute of Marketing to support them with this type of research. And we're saying that the measures and the scores that we've gotten can become the baseline that they can use for marketing planning going forward. We're seeing the old guard, what I would call the old guard, Ashanti, Greater Accra, the Eastern, Central. They are the top four. You know, we're seeing them come on tops. But it's the performance is also reflective of their share of population as well, you know. And then we're seeing the newly created regions, and in some ways smaller regions as well, also trailing, you know, taking up the lowest quartile, you know. So there's clearly a lot of work that needs to be done for the new regions and for smaller regions.
Legon Presec wonomo etu anamosronko bi na sukuu no free se bedua enkran asase so ha no fie duowotwe enum ni enam so ama wonom ahyefa sonko kra wo ma ye bonfire touch night na enya senketo na enum no ena wo kye se adesuafo ebeje ntete wo sukuu mu ho eye afi 2012 ne 2013 no afi no wo manya mfie du enti no wo bo wo atenase na wo mo de agina sa afinhia na iso action ayen kunkun said ye beya wo mo nsusu betumi adi dwuma people aboa ama sukuu no etumi akoso.
Legon Presbyterian Boys Senior High School Presec Old Students Association one more at the Torch and Bonfire Night share so ani nyina no ekam 85 years anniversary celebration no eho na 2012 dey ko 2013 adisuafo no wie school efiri ho no no a wo kyerem so omakwakosom emfinhia du entiam awie aba no ene wo mo age wo mo ede wo mo ahye odade fraternity no ase sisi ade wo ma ba be 4 members kra induction ceremony no ekoso no eyade a global odade president Dr. Enesofo Sapon one na pamfo ahodo mpanifo ena kyese wo mo hweye eye induction ceremony no nyina eno ena wo mo kyerem se ne Ghana adwumtofo apabene ahodo na ne bepie mu wase ehweye ma adwumadie no ekoso yie pa Owura Patricia Obodai global vice president odade ede ensem tudwa no wo kyerem se uwie sukuu no ansa no mbeje wo de waka odade fraternity no ho no ewo se okokosom emfinhia du ani nyina no wo mbema adwuma bi na kyese waye nti uwie pe na kyerese wo mo ede wo aba ekuo nim no aba be 4 member enu enti eno wo mo etu sa anamon.
This year afi Presec AD 85 enti all students any school no ya bom say ya be programs bosumi bia ekosi December enti April bosumi I am program ayaye na your friend a Torch and Bonfire. The first near kind of say one more way school 10 years ago and 11 years ago for them. Yeah, Moto Association no more. And since I'm who see a Diomoko, yeah, I'm a swear and say, near SSO, ye be a say, or that your master, dear be a mobile. Yeah, near bonfire. And see a cry and touches near your possession, they do winning the first school no more and more Martin's here. Yeah, we are not for the concert. It's the artists be brave bar. Yeah, they celebrate Daniel Kopanse. So our boy school no na 85 years. When we are school there, or your all students of the school. Now say ya they as responsibility back so no so. Now catch and some by your projects and boy school no. Ya more time no what they are paid to ma. And today you more induction. No nya catch say there why you penny. And say ultimate boy school, ultimate the one who they ultimate the usika ebe boy school no. Now you more induction after 10 years. No one will say yes. After there, you see what when you are watching here, you are watching here. It's after brand beboa.
The Bonfire Day is like the biggest high school festival in Ghana, and it is a homecoming day for all year groups. There are some of them here. If you are approached by just because of this program, and it is a time we bond. It is a time to share ideas. It is a time for us school nunsu. Yeah, support from the old boys. One of the projects in Yama Eba, you're discussing the challenges of the school, and we make a new commitment. Say, Yebekosu are performing well to the interest of the stakeholders. Now, the back one is a Presec is even bigger than the National Science and Maths Quiz. Just last year, you're winning the best business candidate at WASI 2022. 2 years ago, you're winning the best science student in WASI 2021. Into competitions there were a lot of competitions both in Africa and even in the world. Students are competing in economics, are competing in geography, are competing in business. And in all this, you're bound with gold trophies, but the biggest is science and maths quiz. And we are saying, sir, 2023, we are taking the number 8 for sure.
Say secondary school no wan ko bia na we aye ho ntimi sere okentire ho na ko school no ye ko Awutu Senya district na mpanyufo a wo da ngomasua no wo ho na wo bosudwekire wo se won suku adan no kwadan na bo apeso eno eda nkyerен a enkani akura ni suku nim enei abefo kwan so na ye de kyade enso so wo mu ni bi tie esa na ma teacher fo no wo mu eni apoto won ho pante wo sere mpanyufo se wontwa wani mehwe suku no na akade ne mo ebeboa ma enwomasua na wie mu die no etumi akoso e wonpotam ho
AME Zion Basic School no so kan schools ahodo a ewo Senya breko ne ho na wo kyerɛ mu sɛ na no nso yɛ suku a na adekyerɛfo no wo mo kyerɛ nkwada no ade a kyerɛ sɛ classroom ba ko bia na desuafo bɛyɛ sɛ wo ha ɛna eguma wo mo kyerɛ wo ma de enti amoa ɛma wo masua gyina bra ne no mfa ne ntoma pɛmfra yie enti saa 6 unit classroom block we no wo de head teacher na afei staff officers ahodo ahyɛ mu wo masan bia no de ama wo mo bɛboa wo yie pa ama adesuafo no This is no motimi aje chewo mu classroom bia no afa adesuafo be se aduonum 50 pupils na maame Victoria Boati Amponsa a wono eye school no ni improvement support officer the Senya circuit no wode ensem atudwan no wachirem so
nkonya ni ho konye ni classrooms no na still crampo no kwala na mo do so It's a class base 60 class 60 in the class and who say a dorsal. If we still need extra classroom. The best sense school nankasa through the SMC no almost see 2 classroom be were down ho or markets I do roofing level into yes abain and philanthropist and obi biara or education as no education hot was obumra meboa na ya moso na nkwala ne bi ntumi nko se school ni be chem aye ne 2 separate heads and into see nya maybe everything omu toilet facility toilet facility cry and omu bepo so nti abasa kwala bi ko toilet wo epo ano na nyame anya adoma ebetuma ye so hwekese nti ye sense say omu ma ye nkonwa no na omu sense toilet facility ma ye
eno achiro ru Joseph Edu a wono ye DC class de ma wutu senya wono so efa akwanya no so na ene ode nsam tu dwa wo kire mu say
enrollment is we kwasura na wo hia say we si school adan foforo aka ho nti eno so increase in enrollment na aba no eno so na ye wo say ye school adan no bi aka ho nti we ye ba ko a eka dodo a ye ba besi mu say the American kan ye no afia so no ye fia be ko ya man kwantan so enso ekosi school dan no na ya fremu na maba na ye no so ye bua no
Omeposi adwuma no aboanan ayenhwehwemu a ahwehwehwehwe Ghana ntro no ne mancha so akoche abantie Kwame ato asare abantie a beto dwa na video bi a edi adencheche ewo manmu na wohum police patrol team bi so ma posifo kra bu nkotodwe won anim pa ne chew no Kwame yesan bɔ ne mrane se Kwame ani wono na posifo hwehwe no a wache no ani nipa miensa eka ne ho aposifo kyeremu a abantie ewo video sahodo mu na wabɔ Axim police patrol team no esobo so one no na ye adwuma enu eda nkyɛn a wabɔ police commander ye owo Axim district no esobo crime officer afei aposifo no officers nanka say ye adwuma no wo kyerɛ so wo mu na abotu ama no ama wonu wo mu na ye adwuma di nakra na saa yoi mu na branch be ye video ekeka nsansem we ye interviews ahodo nyina no aposifo nsa so ne pechi wo mu se na Kwame akotete inche ho baabi ene se wo mu de nkakra wo mu ache ne nipa miense eka ne ho se wo mu ka nipa miense wo mu ache na ka Kwame asare ho a na wo mu ache nipa nwotwe ya na wo mu ewo video ni mu no na nya bibia nti na wo mu ache no wo beboa ama nsem ahodo oka ye ene so bo a wo de abo aposifo ne commander no watumi aboa mahwehwemu akoso na posi ni kura ampa odi fo won nsem mu hwehwem na ye no kura saa nipa no ya twe na so se de ebesenti Kwame beboa ama ahwehwemu akoso ewo saa kwadu a wode abo mpanyimfo yi eho yekọ ensem fofromu na mpanyimfo a wo mo eda waja bawe mansini no aya asabia na no asre wo mo si wo mu hia akade ye beboa won ama otimi de wo hwepa ama ayafo no
David Kwabena Oko medical superintendent we Jagbawe Municipal Hospital no wode nsam itudwa na Jazz Foundation no ne ye adwumaku anhya abanyase non-governmental organization wo makopie mu wo honom de niama ne akande ye betimi aboa ma pomdenhwe panso akoyie wa yasabia honom no akodom wo no eho eno wo totode asre ayemiyefo philanthropist ena afia apamfo awodo se adawro momombra apomuden ayasabia no ensra ban mu no omonye wo mo adom no mo nsa entimi enka akande awodo no a no mo fa empira pomdenhwe panso ma adehia won mo honom enioma bia Jazz Foundation de kokoma wo mo no surgical pack ka ho suction tube PPE gowns wheelchair transporters ene eniama nka ye betimi aboa ma pomdenhwe panso afa no ntuma pefra
saa nieme ya Jazz Foundation de abre yen dia ebeko enim aboa yen pa ni aye friend surgical consumables na ya surgical consumables na ya dia de bia ye yisika na de koto efi suppliers ho nti so what saa nieme yi aba ne kire se sika na nka ye de koto saa nieme yi ebinya se sika na aye niama foforo enya ni titro ya ye me de kra ne se saa nieme yi beko aboa won a woni bi won a won dimi ntia hospital bills na ye was saa donations ya it me use a operation niema ma wa wontua ho ka say medical consumables ade a etwe nsika pa because niema we use no abribiara nti esan say oba hospital o say me share gloves so me topania so me de saniema na ehwe won nti yentumi enye sika ento medical equipment ka medical equipment na ereka bibi ti say dental chair ka bibi ti say anesthesia machine
monitors niema eye equipment a check nipadua no ehwe se nipadua no oteden bibia rekosu yie ewo nipadua ni mu a saa niema ne sika kese ebi 200,000 300,000 na esan se da niema na ye to nti yentumi emboa sika ano ento saa niema no nti so bi beba aboa yen with medical equipment a yeni beje pa
eno ahwe na Kofareba de Majas Foundation a ono nso esan gina mu se CEO Edema Coastal Development Authority koda ono nso ede nsem tu dwa wo kire mu se anamon we ya wo motu no nyeso mema na so ho a wo mbehwe no mato akoso na ne wo so wo mo ede pre apom ne hwe
Yeboshi ni akopiemu ewo Sudan na aba beto dwa se de asumdue ni atututuo pepe ene eniema na omanfo eto wa asumu no eyade a abrase ni nyina ekyemu a eyade a wakum nipa papa enipa nso ne yekasai yesi asojafo di wo mu ewiemkyen bi kosen wiemu ekoto atopaye edeto residential area baako emanipa nso afamu ewu a enya asenketo na soso ni nyina nkamfo ano wo kyese asumdue aba na UN Security Council ye kasa de wo se ebenada wo mu ne mpanyimfo wo Sudan be di ahia na wakasa eno da nchen a sei sa amanya hodo a wo mu nkofo wo Sudan no wo fitin ase wo mu kwa nom de wiemhia koso na wakofa wade hye de afiri ho se de be ya ochena bi emu adwode na nsoso bibi kanya ne ho a wade hye emfiri mu enti sei de niema atadin ewo Sudan Abuzanfo yetunkra abaye ba bongo difara e de agudi mu nsem ebeto ayeso